What up, everyone? So we've got a kinda new box here. We've got Comic Block here, which isn't a new box, but the way they're... can't think of the words now. The way they're giving it to us is different from what it normally is. So this box started out as strictly a comic book box, so a comic block. And there was all comic books with a shirt and then one other item. Now they say it's evolved and now it's a bigger full-size block. It used to be $20, now it's going to be $30, and now it's going to be just a comic-themed block. They're still going to include comics, but it's not going to be strictly comic books, which I'm actually really excited about. This is what I had hoped Comic Block was going to be from the very start. When they very first announced it, this is what I had hoped it always would have been. Because comic books are fine, but there are too many blocks out there that do strictly comic books. There are tons of them out there that do just books, and I was just never too excited about it. The only time it was ever good is when you got exclusive books, which sometimes you did, but the series were always very random, and I just didn't want to read like 4 or 5 new series every month. Like, I just don't have time for that. So I like this better that's just comic book themed, because when you think about it, there's really not too many boxes out there like this that's comic book themed. They had like superherostuff.com and things like that, which is total shit. I didn't like them at all. So I'm happy to see that they're doing this, and I hope they do a good job. It feels pretty heavy, so I hope this box is a good one. But only one way to find out. So the good news is the people that were already subscribed to this box only had to pay $20 for the first box, and they'll have to pay $30 from then on out. So at least they're giving somewhat of a discount from this company, because it's pretty rare that we ever get any kind of discounts from them. Anyway, yeah, I've canceled a lot of their blocks lately, and I just happened to keep this one, so I'm kind of glad I did. So first, let's take a look at the shirt. And it's from Shirt Punch, no surprise there. And it kind of looks, I'm guessing that's a Superman-Batman crossover. That's kind of awkward. So it looks like Superman's head with the Batman logo, and it says Super. Okay, a little bit weird. And it's the Guild and Soft Style, which are decent in quality, decent in fit. I don't know, this shirt seems kind of weird. I don't really... I'm assuming it's the Batman-Superman crossover, but it's very odd looking. The design of it's not very well done. Yeah, I'm honestly not a fan of this shirt. I'd probably give this like a 5 out of 10, if even that. I don't really like the design at all. It wasn't designed very well. So far, not so good. But, you know, sometimes you get shit shirts. No big deal. Anyway, moving on. Next, we got a pop figure. And this looks like Batman from the new Batman vs. Superman movie. I didn't have this one. I don't go out of my way to collect generic pops because they always end up in boxes. But this is a cool one. I like this. I like the new Batman. I personally like him. I like the outfit. I think he's very cool. Nothing rare about this one. It's very common. It's just kind of a generic pop. But it's still, I like the comic book style of stuff. So far this seems more like sci-fi block where it seems like just generic stuff. But at least it's in theme. Then we got a Wolverine Dorbs figure. And I'm pretty sure I have this one. So there he is. I don't think there's anything different about him, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I have him because he is right here. And he came in a box before, so that's cool and all. And yeah, looks exactly the same. I like Dorbs figures, but a little too common, and it's kind of weird because there's so many characters they could have picked from, but they picked one character that already showed up in a box before, so I feel like they should do a little more research, because maybe there was an option of getting other characters, maybe it's just bad luck on my end, but hopefully they didn't pick this one specifically, because that would just kind of show poor research. But I'm assuming there was options on that, but we'll see when we get to the card. Next, we got an item we've also already gotten before in another box. So this is Mr. Freeze's ice cubes. They're like practical jokes. They got some old flies in there, and a Harley Quinn whoopee cushion. So this says Nerd Block on there, so I can only assume that this came in a Nerd Block before. This came in the classic block, if I'm not mistaken. It was a while ago, it was a long time ago, but something I already have, and it's sitting right over there. Like, it's literally right here. Because I can't really sell it, and I kind of can't even give this away because no one really wanted it. Like, now I have 2, and it's... Okay, so again, so far not so good. Next, we got some comics, and we got a few of them in here. So it seems like they're trying to keep in theme. with the original comic block style and put a few comic books in here, which, you know, that's fine because that's what's expected and that's what people were getting it for before, so I guess it's fitting that they did that. So we got Superman number 50. Nothing exclusive about it, just a common comic book. So, yeah, and it has an advertisement on the front. So there's that. Then, what do we got here? So it looks like Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller. This is a number 1, DC Essentials, but again, not exclusive, so another common book. And let's take a look at the last one. Another DC Essentials, Batman and Robin number 1. And the price on there is only $1, so I can't imagine it's worth too much more than that. So far, extremely common stuff. Next, looks like we got a Batman Superman decal. So that's cool. Something I haven't seen before. It's a decal. Not much more to say about it. And the last item. This actually looks pretty cool, so let's take a look at this. If I can get it out. So here we got an art print. And this looks pretty cool. It looks like the Adam West Batman. And I like the color scheme there. Yeah, so it just looks like a watercolor version of Adam West as Batman. Let's see who the artist is. Not seeing it on the card. Oh, here it is. This way, art printing featuring superhero. Doesn't say. Does not mention the artist, and which is kind of weird. And there's no signature on there. It just kind of is a random print, which again kind of devalues it. I am surprised they don't mention the artist at all. It's not signed. It's not numbered. I mean, it's still cool, but man, I gotta say I'm overall pretty disappointed with this. Extremely common stuff, and I can't imagine. At least we got a lot of it though. At least that's good. But at least it's comic theme, which I always like, versus the sci-fi block, which I really didn't appreciate the over-the-common stuff. But that was it. Not much more to say about it. We'll take a little break, and then we'll come back and give this a value and give this box a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back. Let's talk about this box. First, the shirt. I assume I'm right, it's just a Batman-Superman crossover. Really poorly designed, not good in quality. I didn't like the design. I think I'm going to bring my score on this to like a 4 out of 10 because I don't really see anyone really liking this. It's very awkward. And the design's not well done. It's not very clear. It's just kind of weird. And really not a fan of it. But either way, it'll still get the standard $12 to $15 value. Then the pop figure. Nothing rare or special about it. Still a cool figure. Like, who doesn't like Batman from the recent movie? But standard pop price, which is about $10, maybe $11. And yeah, that's what that is. Same with the Wolverine. There was no difference in characters. You couldn't get anything else. Everyone got Wolverine, which is unfortunate because that's like one of the only Dorbs figures I have. I only have a couple. I have like 6 of them back here, and I happen to get one that I already have because it already came in a box. Like, why wouldn't they do research? Like, literally all these characters on the side here, they could have picked any of them, but they picked the one character that's already come in a box before. Like, why would they do that? Why would they not do the research and figure out that it has come in a box before? Like, most people probably didn't get that one too, but why not have picked any other character, literally? Now I have 2 of these, and they're not rare at all. They're not hard, expensive, $8 or $9 at most, which is exactly what they would cost in a store. So, I don't know, just seemed like a poor choice there. Next, going into our comic books. So, and like I was saying, there's nothing special about them. This one, Superman number 50, this goes for like $5 or $6, which is not much different from what it would cost in the store. Nothing really rare exclusive about it, and it has an advertisement right on the front of it, so just a common book. And then next, the Dark Knight Returns. This is actually a reprint of a graphic novel, and it's not even the full graphic novel. It's just a portion of it. It's just like an excerpt from that novel. So it's just a portion of another book that's been reprinted, and it's still not exclusive. So $5 on that. Really nothing special about it. Common, and you don't even get the full book. Same with this one, Batman and Robin. It's a number 1, but it's just a portion of something else. $5 or $6 on that, which again is being generous. That's really what it would cost to just get it in the store. Then we got our little April Fool's gag gift thing, and this is it's an April Fool's kit, and I can't remember if it was from April Fool's last year. I can't remember if it was that long ago that we got this, but we did get this in Nerd Block before. It may have literally been last year. It may have been that long ago, so it's not like most people haven't subscribed to it for that long, so it's not that big of a deal, but even if they hadn't, it's just really not that special of an item. I didn't really like it the first time I got it, and you can't really sell it. I don't think anyone's really seeking this out, but honestly, it still is getting like $7 or $8 online, which it's not that unreasonable, but not really special. This is an exclusive item. It's just already appeared in the box before. Then we got our little decal. This is going to go for about $5, as most decals would. There's nothing super special about it. It glows in the dark. It's from a current movie, but okay. Then what else we got here? We got our print right here. So this has no artist tied to it, which is very strange. It's not signed or numbered, so I really can't give it any more value than what it would cost to print this, which is like $3 or $4. The only thing that gives artwork value is an artist tied to it, an artist signing it or numbering it. Any of those things would give it value. They did none of those things. It's literally just a piece of paper with a picture on it. It's a cool picture, don't get me wrong. I like this picture, but it's completely worthless other than the paper it costs to print this on. So that's very unfortunate. They should really tie an artist to it, even if it's someone in the company, which I'm assuming it is since they didn't put a name on there, but at least put something on there. Like, just gives it some kind of value. And yeah, I think that was all the items in the box, in case I missed anything. I don't think I did. Yeah. So everything in here was extremely, extremely common and generic. We only got 2 exclusive items, one of which we've already seen before. The other of which was the shirt, which was total shit. It was a terrible design. One of the worst ones I've seen from this company. So I'm very disappointed by this first box. So the value on this, on the low end was $60, on the high end was $69. So at least you got value on it. The box should be costing $30, so you got decent value. You got a lot of stuff. I'm assuming, or I'd like to hope to assume, that this box wasn't that great because they didn't charge the full value. Most people that got this are people that already subscribed to the previous comic block, so they only had to pay the $20 fee to get this box, even though it's a $30 box. I don't think that many people paid the full $30 price. Everyone's going to have to starting next month, so I'm hoping that's why this wasn't as good, because they just didn't have enough money to make it better. So I'm hoping that this doesn't go the same route as Sci-Fi Block, because that's the same story as this. They just had extremely common stuff, nothing special, very rarely anything exclusive, overly common, like really kind of crappy quality items. Then, you know, nothing in here was necessarily bad. These aren't bad items. They're all cool items, but it's just stuff that we've already seen, we've already gotten, that aren't hard to find, and it's just very random of sorts. So, nothing really bad to say about it, but they could have just done so much better, and they do. So all their other boxes do so much better. And even their original comic block usually had at least one exclusive comic book, if not like 3 or 4 exclusive books, which gave it value, which gave it some quality. But these were overly common and of all the same series. And then we got mostly Batman, Superman stuff. Pretty much everything in here was of the Batman, Superman variety. And then we got a random Wolverine pop figure. So it was like all DC and then one Marvel thing, which again is also weird. Why not, if you're going to do it, do half DC, half Marvel, or even better, spread it out with different comic book companies and different genres. It seems like if they were going to do this one, they might as well have just done it all Batman, Superman, considering the movie just came out, but they threw in the random Wolverine one, which just killed the theme and just made it that much more random, which was just weird. So, again, something I didn't know, you did get the option of getting a Superman pop figure versus Batman, but that wouldn't have affected the value at all. I just forgot to mention that. So, like I said, very random. It seems like this is a transitional period, or hopefully it is, to a better box, because it seems like everything here was just something that they had in arm's reach and just tossed into the box, and that's all I can say about it. So, rating on this box, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, because you did still get value. You got double your value, which is good. That's what you'd hope for. And like I said, nothing in here was bad. It's not like anything in here was bad quality, with the exception of the shirt. I thought that was shit. But everything else in here was still decent quality. It's still comics. It's still collectibles. So if you're not like a major collector, you still would have enjoyed this stuff. Hopefully you didn't get any duplicates here. That's the only problem with it. But other than that, it's still good stuff. It's just not as good as I would hoped from this company and that I've seen from this company. Their Sci-Fi Block and so far this one have not been super impressive. That's why I canceled that one. And if this one, we'll see what it does next month. If it does as bad as it did this month, then I'm definitely going to cancel it. I was kind of hoping to keep this one around and maybe cancel some of the other ones because I like the comic genre better than many of the other genres they have boxes for. But only way to know for sure is to see what happens next month. So in the meantime, very disappointed with this box. I hope they do better next month. 6 out of 10 based on the value. And you got a lot of items, so which is good, but other than that, not impressive. So let me know what you guys thought about it. This has been the new, improved comic block. We got a 6 out of 10 on the box, 4 out of 10 on the shirt. Let me know what you guys thought. Love you all. Peace.